Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FKA the Pod. My name is Trent Tatum, and as always, I'm joined by Reed Wilson and Seth Butler. We've got full names today, and we're getting a speedy intro because we have potentially a lot of stuff to talk about. I don't know.
That's for
I don't
sure.
know. I didn't really contribute to the doc very much this time.
Oh, you're
But
contributing
anyways,
already here.
that's right. That's
But
right.
don't worry.
That's the only reason I'm introing right now is because I'm going to be silent for the rest of the episode.
That's not true. I need your expertise because today Seth and Trent and I will be we'll be doing some totally cool guy stuff, and they're experts in this field that we're about to
At
look
being
into.
totally cool.
Being very totally cool in this
That's
specific
for sure.
way
But before we get into
in this
that,
arena.
we do have potentially some more drinks. I'm going to say I'm on my second of the night 24-ounce twisted tea, which isn't that much because these things are only 5%. So kind of sucks.
About a quarter
okay.
tea.
Coda.
Yeah.
Speaking of 5%, I've got a different variety of something that's 5%. It is a beer I've never tried before from the Mason Jar Lager Company, which is located in Fuquay Varina, North Carolina. It's the Luchador Mexican Lager. It's got a little Mexican wrestler mask on it there. It's got
Nice.
5%, as I said. It's got some little cacti on it as well. So,
It's cool.
Looks like it's not in a glass jar though.
no, I'm not. Yeah, I left the glass
It
jar.
looks like it's metal can beer right now.
It
You
is.
know what I'm
metal can
also
beer.
just now really realizing? I guess I never really thought of it before. But alcoholic drinks, I bought these individually, right? Because they're large drinks. They don't have nutrition label.
No.
No, it's bad for you.
I was just curious to
They figure you just
see,
know.
you know, like how many servings this is, how many calories this is. I was
One.
wondering how much sugar is in this thing. I don't
A
know.
lot.
There's not a nutrition label. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, if you're worried about nutrition labels, don't drink.
Don't drink. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the
That's
WHO
point.
said that alcohol's bad for you, but we're not with the WHO anymore, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck 'em. Taking USAID. Get out of here. We're the U.S. Health or where's USHO at?
That's J.D. Vance's wife, Yusha.
Oh, well,
That's
he
true
doesn't.
fact. That's her
He
name.
doesn't care about her, neither do we. But what we do care about are these new Magic the Gathering cards that are coming out this year, and I know what you're saying, audience, because I'm there, right there with you. I don't play Magic the Gathering. I don't get it. I don't play this game. I don't understand it. I know nothing about nobody. I know that there's colors in it. That's all we really know, right?
Yeah.
But they're bringing some cool. I do know about Avatar: The Last Airbender. I do
Yeah.
know about Final Fantasy, sort of. I do know about Spider-Man, and I also know about SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
And what they're all coming to your totally cool game, Magic the Gathering, that both you guys play.
Yeah, I play it much less than Seth. Haven't been keeping up with the new stuff that's coming out, but I'm excited
Yeah.
to hear all about it.
Yeah, but you're gonna have you'll know what's going on. You'll know all about.
I know the terms.
You know the words. Yeah, you
I
can know
know
the
what-
words.
I know what double strike means. That's right.
This guy knows all about haste.
So,
All
well,
the
Reed,
keywords, he knows it.
Reed, you kind of hit it on the head. I mean, I don't have much more to add to it than that. But yes, there's a bunch of non-Magic the Gathering stuff that is occurring. And the real Magic heads out there, I think, don't like this. They're like, I can't believe they're putting SpongeBob in my fancy game.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like it fits.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have like a commander, like a planeswalker that's
Karate
sandy cheeked?
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Mr. Krabs. So, well, let me just go through. I think that people kind of get too worked up about this because if we just go through the existing things that they've already done, let me read you some of these. So they've already had these crossovers in this game. They already have The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
which was, I think, the first one. Stranger Things. So you could have, Hopper out there.
That's cool.
Street Fighter, the arcade game.
Yeah, Street Fighter. That's pretty hype.
They've got Fortnite.
Oh, let's go! Shout out Fortnite.
They've got Transformers.
Is that a hold on, Reed? Is that a was that a Jurassic Park card?
Yep, they've got Jurassic Park.
That's
They've
cool.
they've got
That's really
Doctor
cool.
Who.
Yeah, you can
they-
get that one dude.
They've got Fallout. They've got Assassin's Creed, and they've got Hatsune Miku.
Oh, they got Hatsune Miku. Let's go!
Yeah.
Famous Vocaloid Hatsune Miku.
And they've got Dungeons and Dragons, and they've got Ghostbusters, and they've got Marvel, and we'll
Yeah.
soon have a special Spider-Man one, and also SpongeBob. So,
You said Lord
Yeah.
of the Rings, right?
yeah, well, yeah, they did a big one on Lord of the Rings. That was like their biggest thing. They did a big one for Warhammer 40K, which I don't really know much about that.
That's some
Henry
nerd shit,
Cavill
man. We
likes
don't care
that.
about that.
Yeah, that's like super. That's not as cool, guys. That's
That's less cool, guys.
that's way
Well-
less cool.
We hit on the Pope a little bit in our last episode. I hope he's still doing okay by the time that this pod comes out. But as I understand it, Warhammer 40K, it's like in the future, you've got these like dudes, like they're Space Marines, but they're kind of like not, I mean, I guess they're probably from Earth, but they're like Catholic. They're they're like fighting against aliens is like a crusade, and they use all these weird like Catholic terms and stuff, and also like they're also like half robot because it's
Gotcha.
like you get blown to bits or whatever, and they put you back together like a Darth Vader robot suit, and then you go
That's
out there
awful.
and you kill robots in the name of Catholic Space Pope or something.
See, that's why it's all about Helldivers, where you fight aliens in the name of democracy.
If you were gonna fight aliens, let us know what you're doing it for.
Yeah,
You can send us
yeah.
emails. We're at FKthepod everywhere. FKthepod@gmail.com.
In the Civ 6, I only play as, or Civ 7, the new game, I only play as the Americans.
Oh, and two interesting things too here, since you're looking at the Reed. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find us at FKthepod. Reed's looking at the Assassin's Creed crossover with Magic the Gathering. Something that is especially interesting about that one is that in the Assassin's Creed games, which are kind of like historical fiction, they've got real people. So some of those real people who are fictionalized in the Assassin's Creed games are made into Magic cards. So you can have Leonardo da Vinci, who is in one of the Assassin's Creed games, in your Magic the Gathering game, along with the guys from Ghostbusters and Stranger Things and Hatsune
Yeah.
Miku.
What are the rules of Commander? Can I play these cards? Can
Yeah.
I play Idrisil, the Rebirth Engine?
Yeah.
You
These are
just
kind of
play-
like exclusively for that. There's kind of anything goes there.
You're just allowed to play whatever you want in these.
Kinda, yeah. Oh, and Cleopatra was there too. She's a real person who is
Alleged.
allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, Leonardo da Vinci is painting the Mona Lisa.
Nice. That's
You
something
get
he did.
Socrates.
Yeah. So I don't know. They did a bunch of stuff. I don't have much to say about it. I think that they should do more. Right? If you're in for a penny, in for a pound.
In for
What
a
else
pound.
what else should we throw in here?
Oh, Seth, I almost bought this for you for Christmas. I almost bought you the clue pack of cards, of magic cards.
That's
Nice.
cool.
But I
What else
figured
they-
they'd be mid.
I mean, I think Dune would be good.
I was thinking about getting
Dune
out.
would
Like Dune would be a good crossover.
Dune
They
would
got
be good.
Doctor
you could
Who.
You could have giant sandworms. That'd be cool, like a giant sandworm deck.
Yeah.
Worms.
Worms.
The Shylid.
Yeah, exactly.
You could you could have your innies in your Audi deck.
Where you have to have like a certain number of
No.
Fremen on the battlefield before you can summon a Shai-Hulud.
Yeah.
Come on, that sounds cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, maybe Dune. Well, it seems like Dune is out there, right? They're making TV shows, they're making movies. You'd think that they would want to do something like that, but
Yeah,
maybe in the
You know what?
future.
Bring it back. I mean, we're a Shrek positive podcast.
That's true.
There's a lot of characters in Shrek. That
Yeah.
you could bring.
Another thing you could think about is if we're thinking about
Holy
doing
shit, bearded lady full art. Let's go.
Lady, it's Do the Roar. I play Do the Roar. I think one thing that they could do is they could do a McDonald's crossover where you could give them away with Happy Meals or whatever.
Uncle
and you could have
Grimacy?
Uncle Grimacy and Ronald McDonald, the Hamburglar. Bunch of
that'd be
cool
cool.
stuff you could do there, I think.
And then McDonald's could have a MTG meal.
Yeah. Which is magic sauce.
Hungry Burger card.
Hungry Burger card, $27 Yu-Gi-Oh card. If you're
What
They can
what
collab
year is
like that.
From?
really,
that's
really,
that's
an
a
OG
Yu-Gi-Oh,
card.
okay.
Yeah, it's an
Right,
OG one.
right.
Not Magic. No, so I don't know about Magic, but Pokemon recently had a crossover with McDonald's. So Magic might have to get in with like Burger King or Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
Or the
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I think Taco Bell would align pretty well.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah,
Yo, is this Godzilla?
I mean, they probably got Godzilla too.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, he's red.
He's red.
He's red.
Yeah.
All right,
So they-
let's get into it. Let's look at these ones that are coming out. These new ones. We'll speculate.
Okay.
You guys are my experts in the Magic realm. I need you to speculate and tell me what cards are good. If I should be invested, tell me which
I don't
which
think
one of
you
my
should be-
favorite
I don't think you
archetypes should I be
investing
investing in
these.
as a player? As a player, investing my time and effort. Where will I, not be fucking around? Obviously, I'm spending money on cardboard.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, I
not.
think
It's
you're
a
already
bad.
open to
It's a
this.
bad. Yeah.
I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is the coolest, and probably feels like it would maybe be the most, like, well
Received.
intermingled or whatever. It might like fit into the
Yeah.
game a little bit more.
Well, they have no cards released. I didn't really. I thought they had them all listed.
No, they don't. Yeah,
They
they don't
don't
have
the
much.
Spider-Man ones, but I know they have the Final Fantasy ones.
Uh huh.
That's
Well, they haven't
what-
released all of them. They release them by like small amounts of these things
Oh, they have the secret layer.
to get you
Hatsune
excited. and
Miku.
titillated. Yeah, they do a big business on these Hatsune Miku things because they're people who love these anime girls and stuff.
What is
So-
what is this shit? What am I looking at? Are these like cards that just are like different?
Yeah, you buy like a pack and it comes with all those things, like guaranteed.
And you can use these cards?
Yeah,
Interesting.
they're
Well,
trying to move product. Yeah, you could use this stuff.
the Wizards of the Coast is trying to move shit. They're trying to sell some cards. That's for sure. You
Yeah.
want it? They'll sell it on cardboard for you.
That's right.
Okay, well, that
we'll
just
cardboard it
typically
up for you.
Look at-
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. There's people are have mixed opinions about this, and I think a lot of people also, the majority of people don't care because they don't play this
Give
game.
a shit. Yeah.
so I don't know. I think it's cool if people are like, oh, I'm interested in playing this game now because they put my favorite SpongeBob, they put Larry the Lobster in there, and I want to play Larry the Lobster. I think that's good.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I
I
agree.
don't care.
I agree, man. You're a
This
Larry-
kind of looks like a
whole house
Shia
is
Luke.
covered in- Yeah, yeah, a little bit. What is that?
Shia Luke like.
Do you guys know anything about Final Fantasy?
I played one of them. I played 16.
16.
Yeah. They're all new. Like each one's a new game. Like new story. Kind of like American Horror Story.
Interesting. And there's at least 16 of these things.
Yeah, these dudes are from the 7th one. Okay, well the 7th one is now 3 games, but like it was at 1.1 game.
Wait, so these guys are I recognize this Cloud fella with
Yeah,
the
it's
big
like
sword.
Yeah,
Cloud,
he's
yeah.
in Smash Brothers.
Is
So is
he's
this guy,
only
I
in
think.
one of the games?
He's in 7, but 7 is now 3 games and will be 4 games, but he's from 7.
That's crazy.
He's from Final Fantasy VII, which is 1 to 4 games.
What's the story here? Guy with big sword, I think, is the good guy, and he tries to fight guy with
So
little
like
sword.
these
who's the bad
guys
guy?
are like, yeah, pretty much they're like kind of brothers, or like clone brother twin things. Like they're kind of.
Okay.
He's got a big sword. He's the good guy. He's got a bad sword. He's the bad guy. Small sword, small long sword versus big sword. Big sword, good guy.
Length versus girth.
Length versus girth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Age-old
Yeah.
question.
And then you ride on these guys called chocobos.
Chocobos.
Chocobos, yeah, they're like chicken horses. You ride around on those dudes.
Chicken horses. That's kind of
Chicken
cool.
horses. Yep. Well, you'll find all about them when you play your draft, whatever.
Yeah. I'll be casting Chocobo.
Yeah, tapping chocobos.
Chocobo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, let us know what you thought, what you're excited
Mm-hmm.
for going forward. There's one in later this year that's like space themed, which I'm kind of excited about to
That's
see.
cool.
I don't know. But yeah, I'll be there. I'll be sat for whatever it is.
You ready?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I wanted to bring up a segment that was introduced just a couple weeks ago, I think, for the first time by you, Reed, and we'll see if I recall the shtick of the segment correctly. But I've included two different ideas or concepts or questions for this new segment that you have debuted called "Gun to Your Head." Oh my god! So, what was the segment? What was the question that you asked us before with the gun to your head thing? Do you
Oh, the
remember?
original one was gun to your head, score a game of bowling.
Okay, I have two here. I'm going to start with this one. Gun to your head. You're in a fully stocked kitchen. Okay.
All
I
right.
need you to make me a chocolate chip cookie from scratch.
Oh, easy. But also, I forgot to hit that.
Wait, so you're saying you could do this, Reed, easily?
Yeah, make a chocolate chip cookie from scratch.
Yeah.
I could do that. The kitchen's got all the stuff.
Yeah, but it's got everything. So it's not like we just have the stuff that you need. You're gonna have to know.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's got everything.
Yeah, it's got the stuff.
Yeah, I got it.
Tools.
I got
ingredients.
easy.
Okay.
All right. List the ingredients of a chocolate chip cookie.
I'm gonna make more than one cookie. And little bit clear. I'm gonna make like a batch of like six to 12 cookies.
6 to 12
I'm not-
different
I'm not-
cookies.
I'm not making one singular cookie when I give you these measurements.
Okay.
Like a cup and a half of flour,
Okay. Flour,
like-
good start.
3.5 tablespoons of butter, chocolate chips. I don't know, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar,
Oh yeah.
an egg.
That's about right. There's an egg in there too. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like
You got any milk in there?
2 teaspoons of vanilla extract.
Water, milk, anything like that. Depends on how loose it is. If it
Yeah,
needs, if it needs some-
give me like a side cup of water that I might use some of if I need
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about baking temp and time?
We'll just try 350 until it's done.
Yeah. This kitchen has 4 different ovens. I'm setting one to 325, 350, 400, and 450.
Well, I mean, you stick it in like 350 is like the average good decent temperature. I think you could probably be okay. Maybe I put a little bit of baking soda in there. Maybe like a
Ooh.
quarter teaspoon of baking soda
Okay.
and or baking
Yeah.
powder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, Reed. Seth,
half a tablespoon of salt. Put a little salt in there.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
sure.
good. It doesn't have to be a good cookie. I never
well,
said that.
Yeah, I was
guess.
gonna say Seth didn't say it had to be good. But if you're trying to go good, you gotta put a little bit of like, I don't know, instant espresso powder or something in there.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, so it's now we're Iron Chef. Are we competing? We're competing now.
I'm
Yeah,
putting espresso in my cookie.
I've got one bullet and it's got to be used. So,
Yo, the other day I had a coffee you might like, Trent, that goes along
Okay.
with this. Which I'd pair my cookie with this coffee. Obviously, it was like a Mexican like cinnamon spicy coffee
Yeah.
latte.
Oh
I
yeah.
think it was okay.
Oh, for
but-
sure.
It's
dude.
okay.
Well, it was good
called, like, a
execution, but I
Mexican-
just didn't like it.
I've had like a Mexican mocha before, where it maybe has a little bit of like chili powder or something in there.
Yeah, so maybe I put a little
Really
chili
tasty.
powder in my
Okay.
cookie.
You might be getting the bullet. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, but I also make a good. It's brown butter, but then I put a little chili powder in there.
Brown butter. They love brown butter.
The brown. I mean, if you've ever had one, you would love it too. That shit's amazing.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
There's
it's
this
brown.
place. There's this grocery store in Seattle. It's kind of like a Whole Foods, a little bit more expensive. It's called Metropolitan Market,
Sounds like it.
and they have this cookie there that's literally just called the cookie. It's like $3.50, but it's like this big. How big is that? Maybe
How big is your
5-inch
face?
diameter.
Okay.
5-inch diameter cookie. It's thick too, maybe like an inch thick. And it's chocolate chips. Maybe it's got some walnuts in there. Definitely brown butter. Definitely sea salt. It's the best cookie I've ever had in my life.
You're saying you can make that with the gun to your head, Trent? You never really answered this question on how.
You know what? Yeah, I could make the cookie from Metropolitan Market.
Okay.
I could do it. Yeah.
Seth, you said, could you have made a cookie, or do we only need do I bail all three of us out now? Because I can make the cookie.
Well, I'm the one with the gun, so I don't know. I mean, I
Well, yeah, I make a cookie. It's like it makes you like so it stupefies you,
yes,
and then
I'm stupefied.
I hold you at gunpoint and force you to make a cookie.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, we're gonna include every ingredient because, like, I don't know, like, I think I know what the texture of the dough should be, but do I know how to get that? No. But if I do some trial and error with different ratios of stuff, and this one's too grainy, this one's like I got the ingredients, I don't know the proportions and stuff like that. So, anyway, I think I could do it again. I'm gonna make a couple different.
Oh no, you get
experiments on
one
cookies.
batch. You get one batch.
No, you said.
No, I'm just saying I'm making like a batch of cookies. I'm gonna give the best one. I'm just not giving you like, okay, I have like, I don't know, 1 ounce of flour to make one cookie.
Yeah.
Is what I was getting across. Okay, let's bring the second one on.
I've gun to your head. You have to sing a song, and you have to get all the lyrics correct.
Oh, I could do that.
Oh, huge. What do you got?
Yeah.
Go.
Fuck.
See, it's hard when you got the gun to your head.
Maybe the distance by Cake.
He's going the distance.
Yeah.
He's going 4 speed.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines bumping,
I like that.
bumping in time. The green light flashes. The flag goes up. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So,
It's good. No, I liked
do
it.
it.
I
I can
was
do it.
on
I can
board
do
with
it.
it.
I don't know. I could probably figure one out.
I was trying to
Tequila.
think
What's
like
the one that's tequila? What's that song?
That's
Tequila.
that's whack. I'd rather take the bullet
Come on.
than
Yeah.
resort to tequila.
Well, the problem is that you have to get the timing right.
that's true.
Could you get
And
the
you
timing
don't
right
really-
on tequila?
Yeah.
I mean, it stops right when you're supposed to say it.
You might be doing an acapella.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Tequila.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, I just gotta wait out. I gotta wait like 2.5 minutes or whatever, and then just say tequila. No music.
Yeah.
There you
Or do I get a backup track? Or am I doing this acapella?
Yeah, you might be doing an acapella. I haven't completely thought through it yet.
I'm gonna fully stock kitchen for the other one, but this one I'm doing acapella.
Yeah, this one you're acapella. There's I was trying to think,
Sorry, but we blew all of our budget on the last one. You're really gonna have to get this one right. We don't even have any bullets. Like you're just gonna have to get it right here.
I was trying to think of like a song, like a nursery rhyme or something, because I think that's have like 2 lines, and you've known them for 20 years, so maybe that would be good. So if you did like Twinkle Twinkle Little
alphabet
Star,
song.
something
Give me
like
the
that.
alphabet.
The alphabet's pretty good. Yeah. But if I had to do like a commercially produced song, like that you can get on, I guess you probably get the alphabet song on Spotify. But there's a song I was thinking about. Cheek Face. Cheek Face released a new album earlier.
Yeah.
They've got a song called like "Big Cup of Noodles," where there's
Oh,
they
yeah.
just say, they just say "big cup of noodles" and "giant cup of noodles" over and over. So that would be an easy one. Not a lot of lyrics to remember, kind of like Tequila. But besides that, I don't know. I feel like I know the lyrics to many songs, but do I know them perfectly? I don't know.
Could you sing the
Rockstar,
national
Nickelback.
anthem?
Oh, of course, I can do the national anthem, Trent. Ain't no way, obviously, Roll Tide.
All right.
How does it start? Can you start me off here?
Oh, say it, can you see, bro? What are you talking about? How does
Okay.
the national anthem start?
I was thinking the Rockets' Red Glare, but I knew
That's the
that
end.
wasn't the beginning.
That's like penultimate words there.
I was saying, can you see by the dawn's early light what so
Yeah,
proudly
you're not-
we
you're not
held by
singing
the
it.
twilight's? I'm just trying to see if I know the words. Whose bright stripes and whose something stripes and bright
Stripes
stars?
and bright stars.
Whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous night or fight?
Isn't it broad stripes?
Yeah, it is broad stripes.
Whose
Dang.
broad stripes and bright stars
I think so.
through the perilous fight or night?
Fight
I
or
couldn't do
night?
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Send us an email with a voice memo at FKA the Pod of you singing the national anthem or whatever song you said, and we'll play it as our outro going forward.
Yeah, this is actually kind of hard because it's like old timey. Well, this is actually the full version where you haven't heard this stuff.
Shout out fucking Francis Scott Key.
You guys want to hear the second through fourth paragraphs? The whole song that we sing is just the first paragraph.
No, it's
No,
good.
I'm okay.
Now we got the good part. we got the good part, bro.
The thing at the end, the land of the free and the home of the brave, that repeats in every stanza here. But
Damn
it goes
straight.
Okay, but it goes for several paragraphs here, so that's interesting. Maybe I gotta spin this thing later. I gotta listen to this on Spotify.
What
full
can home on the free?
Those
Dude,
are.
I'm
Did
trying
you
to
guys have
think
any
of
guns to your heads?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a gun to your head situation.
Gun to your head, you gotta sort your recycling for a month.
Dude, you know what? I was thinking of something very similar. You know how like you go to cafes or like restaurants where you throw away your own trash, and there's trash, there's recycling, and there's the other one, compost.
Oh, compost. Sure.
Oh,
The neglected one. But anyways, they always have little signs on them that say trash is like these types of items, recycling is these types of items, compost are these types of items. Do you think you could do it without the items telling you, like the signs telling you which items go where?
easy. They all go in the trash. They all go in the garbage.
That's funny.
Yeah, damn. You know what? I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that one, man.
I'd put them all in the compost because they'll all compost eventually. It depends on what
Oh, yeah,
time,
right.
Yeah,
what
it's
time
exact-
horizon we're looking at, huh?
I
No,
still don't get compost. I don't like. You're just making like
You're
dirt,
making more dirt, yeah.
but it's already dirt. Like you.
So I think that and this could be, I don't know what kind of take this is, but I think that there's too much of a focus on composting because stuff that is compostable will compost. Like if you throw it in the landfill, it will compost. Landfills are like, they have ratings for how biologically active landfills are because they like put germs and shit in them and worms to try to digest like plastics. So like you think that if you throw a banana in the trash rather than in the compost, it's not going to be composted? It is. You know?
You just light it on fire.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, or that. So,
Just light the
I don't-
garbage on fire. Why are we like storing it? Just fucking throw it in a volcano.
you should recycle your metals, but
Yes.
beyond that, I don't think you need to compost. It's gonna make your place stinky. You're gonna have a whole bunch of banana peels and
Yeah, it's gonna
sure,
you're gonna be slipping around. You're gonna be careful.
right.
Then they're gonna throw up the ratio of your item boxes. You're gonna have to start killing turtles on a crazy pace.
Yeah. Okay. Murder the turtles to get those shells.
I have a gun to your head.
Okay.
Whoa!
Gun to your head.
Chill out.
You've gotta do your own oil change.
Okay.
It's been real. It's been a good.
It's been real.
It's been real.
This is sort of like a similar to the kitchen situation. You have all of the stuff that you need, plus some extra like red herring
Yeah.
items.
Yeah.
Because this
Man.
obviously takes a little bit of equipment. Right?
Okay, so what I understand from I don't know how to do this, and if you're a real me and my girlfriend Jill, we like to call them blue collar scholars, because there was like the scholarship program for I don't know, but if you're like a
That's what-
mechanic,
you guys like to call them that, though.
yes. But if you're a mechanic or not even just a mechanic, if you're like a handy person, yeah, feel free to email us and tell me that I'm happy to go pay somebody to do it, because you'd have to pay for the oil anyway. I feel like you're not actually saving that much money if you're doing it yourself, and it's kind of
Right.
dirty. But what I understand is it drains from
Very
the bottom.
dirty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to get down there, you got to find the thing, and you got to drain it. And I guess I'm going to try to catch it with a funnel and put it into a empty
Incorrect, man.
oil
Drip pan.
drainer.
I have a
There's
drip
thing that's
pan.
called a drip pan, dude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like it, but I can figure it out. The biggest thing is I'm gonna have to find out where the gas tank is or whatever. I'm gonna have to find the spot to empty the oil. Because I think eventually you just pull
Yeah.
the plug out and you let the oil go out and then
that's
you
what I'm
put
saying.
more in. Like eventually it gets really easy.
Right.
How
Yeah,
I
think
get
that's pretty
there,
good.
You're going to have to lay on a skateboard.
I'm gonna jack this up. I'm at a fully loaded auto place. I'm going to the highest one that's overkill. I'm launching that shit up as far as possible, so I can walk underneath it for this
Yeah, you
oil
know what?
change.
I've never done it myself, but I can't imagine that it would be too difficult. I know that there's an oil filter that you have to replace.
Ooh. Do I
And
have
it's
to do
just
that
like a
part?
little canister. It's like a little canister on the bottom of your car that like screws into it, so you got to take that out. And
Okay.
pro tip, you take a little sharp something and you poke a hole in the bottom of the oil filter when you're about to change it, so you don't get oil everywhere. It drains out from the oil filter first, and then you take the oil filter off. That's what I know.
Okay, I'm less confident now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hire somebody if that's an option.
Yeah, I'm a little bit interested after having the Jeep for a while, and like before I got a new car, having to do some of my own sort of like maintenance on
Yeah.
it. It's kind of interesting.
I hate
kinda
that
like it a
shit.
little
I
bit.
hope my car never breaks, so I never
like-
have to do maintenance on it.
It's like grown up Legos a little bit.
Have you ever read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, Trent?
No.
I feel like that's a good book. It's kind of dense. It's not very big, but at least the one I had, the text was small. But anyway, it's this guy who's like, he's kind of like a basket case. Like he's like going insane, but he's on like a
Yeah.
road trip.
Dude's fucking crazy.
No, he's like that's kind of the whole thing is he's like going on a cross country road trip, but he is crazy, but he also like does all of his own maintenance on his motorcycle. But he talks in the book about how, and I don't know, you might have to take it with a grain of salt, because as I said, but like he talks about in the book how he wanted to do this on a motorcycle because it's a lot easier to maintain a motorcycle. So you can probably like.
Yeah.
Just the car's a lot bigger, right? And has a lot more horsepower, a lot more stuff. You got more wheels, which
Yeah,
more than
and
doubles the amount of
many-
mechanic stuff that needs to happen.
But it's also really
many
dangerous.
cars I would not fit under. So
Yes, there's that too. So if you want to start tinkering, I don't know if I'd recommend you get a motorcycle because they're dangerous, but those are, I think, easier to handle.
Very dangerous
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I've heard.
Speaking of
That
reading,
sounds like a cool book, though.
Yeah, you
Don't
should
check
check
it
it out. This is a long time ago that I read it. I'd lend it to you, but I don't have it anymore. But I'd be
He's moved
interested in
on.
going back.
Appreciate it anyways.
for motorcycle maintenance and Zen. He's achieved it in other ways. I have been reading a book, sort of. I listened to a book. So I've been listening to a little bit of an audiobook. I made it through the prologue, and about halfway through this first chapter, I've listened to 26 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Apparently, and there's another 21 afterwards. This Brandon Sanderson. This guy is really long-winded in some of his stuff. Listening to this book so far called Warbreaker, and I don't know how I feel, but it seems
Hardly
okay.
know her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently, it's 10
Do you
years
know,
old.
like,
They got magic power by breathing magic, and there's a lot going on with color. Then this Julie just laying in with a color, and I'm like, get into the development. Yeah, I get it. Colors. I figured this out. You reiterated the same point like 4 or 5 times, man.
yeah,
Like, we got there. Have you
One
guys
of the
read
main
any Brando
characters is
Sender?
named
Shout out.
Siri. I see.
Yeah, Siri, and there's a Basher.
Basher.
At least that's the guy that
Basher.
was in like the prologue.
I just want to say
Yeah,
shout
Basher,
out
wielder of the
Color
sapient
Magic
sword, Nightblood.
as well.
Yeah, Trent bought me The Color of Magic for Christmas last year, and I haven't read it yet. I'm
Is
sorry.
that this?
No, different one.
No,
Is that
Different
Brandon
author.
Sanderson?
it's
Different guy?
what's his name? Terry Pratchett.
What
and
color
Neil
is it?
Gaiman. I can't remember.
You told us. I
been-
thought it was purple.
It's been multiple.
Might have been
I
green.
read that book. I read that book when I was living in a in a camper in Tuscaloosa. So
How the times have changed. Happy March,
yeah.
by the way. I feel like when this pod comes out, right?
oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Happy
March
March.
easily. Yes. March.
How'd
and
you
a
guys
half.
think? How'd you think about those
February?
Oscars? Yeah,
Good. I can't believe what
I
happened.
can't believe that person won that shit. That was undeserved. Can't believe they
I-
weren't humble enough in their acceptance speech.
Right.
Seriously.
I too am reading a book currently. Actually reading it, not listening to it.
Mm.
Doesn't mean anything.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry, I didn't mean for
You
that
know
to
what?
come off. I'm sorry. I'm
Don't
sorry.
worry, I don't really like audiobooks very much anyway. There's it's like
Dude,
it's the
audiobooks
person
are
reads
good.
too slow.
Audiobooks got me through like sophomore year of college. I would run to audiobooks. It kept me sane for a while. But anyways, book that I'm reading, it's by Ling Ma, who is the author of the
Leave
book
my
Severance.
nuts.
The author of what?
Severance, the book.
Oh. Okay.
Um,
Lingma.
But it's just a bunch of it's called God, what's it called?
Severance.
Bliss
I can't remember.
montage.
Yeah, Bliss Montage. That's it. It's called Bliss
Nice.
Montage, and it's a bunch of like fiction-y short stories. So
Okay.
far, a lot of them have had to deal with the main character kind of like interacting with relationships and her exes and stuff. It's pretty interesting. So
And
far,
then she
pretty
goes
good.
to work and she's one person, and then she goes outside of work to somebody else.
There's this one short story that I just finished. It's called, I think it's just called G, maybe, or something like G. But it's there's this drug that's called G, and it's like a recreational drug, and it turns you completely invisible, right? Like you take off
Okay.
all your clothes, you take G, you turn completely invisible for like 4 to 5 hours, right? And
It's
that's like
Like the
Yeah.
SpongeBob episode.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I forgot about that.
There's like covered
But
with
yeah,
its own spray
yeah,
invisible
the
paint.
kicker is if you overdose on G, then you kind of just like cease to exist.
Oh my god. I was going to say
you
you
go
become
with-
even more visible.
You go ethereal.
Yeah, you like lose the ability. You lose like the ability to pick things up because they fall through your body. and then you lose the ability to talk and stuff, so you just
Yeah.
cease to exist.
You go ghost mode.
Yeah. Anyways, it's pretty good. Maybe not my
Ghost.
favorite book that I've read recently, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of cool. It's fun, new ideas. So
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
My girlfriend Jill, for Christmas, or for December 5th, where we do a little gift exchange on December 5th for St. Nicholas Day, which is like
Okay.
some
Sure.
kind of
Why not? Two Christmas
Catholic
two
holiday, I
Christmases.
think. She got me a book. It's called Black Cat, White Dog, or maybe White Cat, Black Dog. I think it's White Cat, Black Dog, by an author named Kelly Link, and it's also a collection of short stories. And like they were also all kind of like they're inspired by like Grimm's fairy tales and stuff,
Yeah.
which are historically like kind of fucked up, you know, because they're the German, the original German versions of these things are Germanic, whatever.
They're slimy and germy and gross.
Where you know, instead of Saint Nicholas, you've got Krampus or whatever,
His
who's going
brother Krampus.
to punish and kidnap kids rather than maybe reward good kids and stuff like that.
Nah, Krampus not.
Right.
And so some of them are like kind of spookier than I maybe thought, and have to do with stuff. And like I can't really tell you, you know, if any one of the stories was like particularly like the best or something like that was like really good that I read, but all the ideas were like super interesting. So kind of like you said, maybe Trent.
Yeah.
You think these people, they just like their execution's not the strong point? That's why they have short stories.
Could be, maybe,
They
but
just,
like
can't figure it out long time, but they
Yeah.
got good premises.
there's this one where it's this person and they go and they're like house sitting, but they're taking over, like they got called in because they're taking over somebody else's house sitting gig because they had to go to like a funeral or something. And so there are all these weird rules that they have to do about house sitting, because it turns out that the person's house, who they're house sitting for, is death. And so you can let anybody into Death's house, but you can't let him in. That's like the rules. So if the owner of the house comes back, you get in trouble. But this is like some old folktale where it's like, if you're about to die, Death is going to come out looking for you. Okay? But
Yeah.
the last place he's going to look is at his own house. So all these people who are like about to die come to Death's house, which is this place that this person's house sitting. So he gets all these visits from all these people who are like, you know, on their deathbed or whatever, which is like, you know, I'm house sitting at this place. And there's
Yeah,
all
get
this...
the fuck out of here. Tough shit.
No, but you have to let all those people in. You just can't let the owner in. I don't know.
Wait,
Kinda
why?
interesting.
Why can't I say no?
Because
Why
he'll
not?
kill you. Or you. Oh, and you can't turn these people away because I don't know. That's just the rules.
Wait, no, I get why I can't let him in. He's death. Like,
Yeah, you can't let that guy in.
Yeah, I can figure out why I can't let him inside. Like, that's the easy part of the premise. But like these other people,
Because you gotta give them a chance. It's
Why?
got multiple bedrooms.
They
You just
gotta
let 'em
hoof
in.
it. They gotta hoof it, bro. Get out. What am I? I'm increasing myself for risk for what? What are they gonna give me? Fuck them. Get out of
My
here.
question is,
I'm just sitting in on this gig right now. I'm just filling in
done.
for the weekend.
when you're done house sitting and Death comes home, he's like, thanks. Get the
Thanks.
fuck out of here. Right? How do you get all the other people out? Are they just like crawling out the bathroom window, or what's going on?
I think
Yeah,
they only.
liability.
I think eventually these people are supposed to be like, okay, well, I don't want to live in this weird cabin in the woods forever. I guess
Yeah.
because it's like, you know, it's
I
fine.
guess I'll just die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they leave and then whatever.
Interesting.
I don't know, man. I'm just like I'm the sub house sitter, and I get
Yeah.
this. Well, I'm not letting anybody in until the regular person gets back. I'm not putting anything on their record. I'm not trying to fuck anything up.
What about when you want to go to Death's house? You know, and they don't let you
then
in.
I already then it doesn't matter. Well, no, what do you mean?
Yeah,
I house
put yourself in their shoes,
I
man.
house
Come
sat for
on.
the guy. I house sat for the government. They know me. They know me.
He's not coming for me. I'm his house sitter.
Yeah, they know me. They know me. I'm just clocking back in.
That was my
I got the password to the. I got the little garage code.
right.
I just hit the garage code password and get myself in there.
Nice, dude. Yeah, no, I enjoy these like novels that are just a bunch of little short stories.
Yeah.
They're nice. They're cool. Yeah, but I feel like one problem that I found with I've read a couple of these like books that are a compilation of short stories is that they don't always have satisfying endings. I feel like when an author is writing a full novel, they have time to make the ending what they want it to be, you know? But for some reason with short stories it always kind of feels like maybe they rushed the ending a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you know, the bad part about that is if you say that, then somebody could just be like, "Oh no, it was their intention to do that." It's like,
they left it
okay,
open-ended for you.
The drapes were really blue.
Yourself.
yeah. There's this other one, just real quick, where there's a lady and she's like, she went on a work trip. She's like, I got to get home. I got an important appointment that I need to make it to, but there's a big storm flying through, and so her flight keeps on getting delayed at the airport. And anyway, eventually she makes it on the plane and they're flying there, but she missed the appointment. And while they're on the plane, she looks out the window and it's a full moon, and she turns into a werewolf because her appointment was that she needed to be home so she could do her werewolf activities, but she actually became a werewolf on the plane.
Nice. That's kind of cool.
That was pretty sick, actually. It had a lot of like stuff in there that
So
was like,
do you become fall proof as a werewolf?
yeah,
You're
well,
like
the pilot doesn't
mid-transition
leave.
into
The
a
pilot
werewolf.
doesn't leave, so I just go on my werewolf crazy shit.
You're
Yeah.
mid-transition as a werewolf, and you'd like pull the emergency latch on the plane and jump out.
yeah.
Well, I'm not. Well, okay. Well, I'm not trying to do that if I'm not fall proof. If I
Yeah,
I gotta know ahead of time. Like how high are we as the
And
werewolf?
I bet the lady in the story doesn't know either because she's like, I've never been in this situation. I've never been on a plane as a werewolf, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I'm
the
sure.
thing is, like, if you've been a werewolf for years,
Yeah.
you're just not gonna. You're gonna pay attention to the cycles of the moon, and you're not gonna book a flight.
That's the thing. She booked a flight, but she was delayed for like a week because they kept on canceling her plane.
Okay, all right, yeah. I guess that
This-
does make
this
sense.
one was-
I don't know. You just gotta turn into a werewolf and run back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do
Put
your.
on your jorts. Put on your jorts and run back.
Yeah, you're
Run back.
get ready.
Oh my god! Because then there was this other thing too, where it was like the person's family. They were like, "Oh, just rent a car and drive," and they were like, "No, I'm sure my plane's gonna make it tomorrow," but it didn't. Should have rented that car. You got to be careful.
Shoulda,
if you're
shoulda,
gonna turn into
coulda,
a
woulda.
werewolf.
Yeah, true.
But and I'm talking about these
Vampire
things.
or a werewolf? Would you rather miss your vampire appointment or your werewolf appointment?
Vampire, dude. I think that would be kind of cool.
You'd rather be a vampire than a werewolf, is what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Until your
it's
flesh
more benefits,
starts
I
rotting.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that. But like, I don't know. Maybe I'd want to be a werewolf. Actually, I think I'm going werewolf.
Can I be both? How does
Can
that
you
work?
be both? Now that's.
How does that work?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know why those two are always compared to. There's got to be some other stuff that we could bring in here to this vampire werewolf debate. Like, what else could you be?
I
don't
feel like
think zombie is
chupacabras are
comparable.
unexplored.
Okay.
I don't know what they
They're
are,
kinda
but I
a
feel like
mixture.
that's a different venture. Like we could get
Yeah.
through.
I wonder maybe if like we could start talking about like getting possessed, like in a cool, sexy, like demonic possession, is the new Twilight, right?
Like The Mask.
Yeah, maybe. Just trying to think of other supernatural things that could happen to you.
Mummy.
Mum-
You get mummy powers.
I think they have to be. You have to be able to operate in the day-to-day world. I think.
Or like
still,
Pharaoh.
too.
Pharaoh. You get pharaohed like
You're actually 2,000 years old.
yeah, the Pharaoh
There you go.
takes over.
You get Pharaohed. You get Dwayne. You get Scorpion Kinged by Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Let us know what you'd like to be. Pharaohed,
Maybe
zombified,
moon-knighted.
mummified, spooky
Invisible.
ghosted, invisible.
Mermaided.
Ooh, mermaided. That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
fun
there you
one.
go. There should be a way that you can turn into a mermaid.
I'm like the werewolf, but of mermaids.
Yeah, you're fucking wolf.
You get fish slapped by a mermaid.
The wolf of the sea. You get slapped by a mermaid tail. That's good. We're at FK the Pod everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, and Gmail, fkthepod@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. Keep listening.
Bye.
Bye.